Hey guys, today I just want to talk about loss, I guess, grieving. I've lost some people that are important to me in my life, or who were important to me in my life. Like my grandmother, she died a week before I turned 18. She was, very important to me on some level, but like most of my life, I just kind of felt like she hated me. It wasn't until she was dying that she suddenly became really close to me. And I kind of still blame myself for her death because I'm pretty sure that my sister didn't help the situation, and I don't feel like I did enough to help her, you know? I've lost friends. I've had miscarriages. I've lost a sibling who died. I lost other siblings who were taken into custody and adopted out into Michigan and the city, and I haven't seen them since. There was a lot of separation in my family. My cousin Brianna and me were really close when we were little, and then her and her dad suddenly moved away because of something that happened within my family. My mother was in and out of my life. I've had breakups, friendships that have fallen apart. My grandma was really close to me when I was little, and then I lost her mentally to dementia, and then she ended up dying. My health has been getting worse, which is also a loss. I've had on-off troubles with different things. We've lost a pet a year or so ago, a cat named Grim. I think a lot about what could have been if I had just, done things differently, or if I had just, all these what ifs, what I could have been, or what I could have done, or what I could be doing if I hadn't done this, or XYZ. Who I see myself as a person, and sexually, and in a relationship sense, and all that has changed. So I'm kind of grieving the loss of who I used to be. I often grieve the loss of my childhood because I was forced to grow up so quickly, and sometimes I don't feel like I was allowed that experience, and that sometimes makes me feel sad. But I do recognize that, the grieving process is something that we all have to go through. With every big loss, there's always a bunch of little losses that accompany it. Although there's always an upside. I'm sure even here is now joining me. That's that, it's kind of forced me to focus on my health, to try to think of ways to take better care of myself, so that way I don't suffer similar fates. It's helped me be more open and more empathetic towards others, and realize what I need to do, what's important to me. It's important that we all start the healing process as soon as possible, and that we recognize what step we're on and try to work through it. Whether that means going to counseling, taking supplements, taking medication, exercise, sleep, nutrition, among other things. Gotta remember to keep the negative thoughts out of our head. Sometimes this means journaling, and to try to remember the positives and make peace with anything that wasn't positive about your relationship. Sometimes you need to write out the pros and cons of the situation. Sometimes you just need to feel the emotion. Don't push it down, because that only makes it worse and makes it last longer. You need to feel it, even if that means crying. Crying actually is healthy for you, because you don't want to keep that bottled up inside. If you're having heart trouble, probably should get that checked too. I know I am. Physicals are always important, especially when going through grief, because, so many things are tied up in that. It is a journey, though. So we all have to just be patient with one another and just try to be there for one another. Don't be mad because somebody else is at a different spot on their grief journey than you are. Anyway, guys, don't spread the love, because love always wins.